Oh, g'day, didn't see you there. Welcome back to another moving picture about the budget Evo. It's going to be a rather enjoyable day today, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen. Apparently 99.7% gentlemen watch this channel, so if you could tell your girlfriends to start watching as well, that'd be fantastic. But today, anyway, we're getting sidetracked. I'd like to start by saying thank you guys very much for commenting on the last video and letting me know I have the front brake calipers around the wrong way, left to right, and the nipples are pointing down, and apparently having your nipples point down is not a good thing. Your nipples should always point up. So you can bleed air out of them. So that kind of works across both platforms. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to swap the brakes around so that they are on the right side, and we're going to bleed them up to make sure we have brakes. But then after that, I've been shopping. We bought some Wrinkle paint in the colour of red, as recommended to me by Dan, who is currently laying under his broken SR car, because SRs are always broken, because he said all Evos have Wrinkle red rocker covers apparently. It's not a fact that I really knew about, but hey, it is what it is. So we're going to pull... You just want to see Wrinkle red. So we're going to pull this valve cover off. I'm going to shave a couple of things off it. We're going to prep it and we're going to paint it Wrinkle red, which is going to be a lot of fun. Also, we're going to replace the spark plugs while we're there, because these are the spark plugs that were in the engine when I got it, and we've now put a turbo on it, and I have no idea what they even look like. But just to give you a little idea of what's going to look like, I pulled this out and there's oil all over it, so that's a good start. So we have a fun journey ahead of us, guys. But first things first, car in the air, swapping the brakes. Down you come, buddy. Yeah. Thanks to Dan helping me bleed the brakes out, we now have brakes. That's pretty cool. It means I'm not going to die when we drive the car, which is freaking awesome. Today we'll take the car down to the petrol station, put some 98 in it, and take it for the test drive that I wanted to take it for yesterday. So now that we've got brakes, we can actually do it without hitting any little kids or cats on the way. Ew. It's time to take the rocker cover off. Pretty simple, bunch of 10mm bolts, I think. I actually haven't taken it off before. But what it's going to do is give us a good... Be quiet, Daniel. What it's going to do is give us a good opportunity to look inside the motor and see how healthy this thing actually is. It's got like 250,000 Ks on it, and we've just decided to put boost into it as well. So that's pretty cool. But it doesn't smoke at all, this motor. So you got to imagine it's quite healthy. But we're about to find out. Alright, rocker cover's off. Look how freaking clean that is. That is awesome. Looks like this engine has been well looked after, which is surprising to me, because usually when cars look like they did when they rocked up, when this one rocked up into the garage, you'd expect the service history to not be the most fantastic, but no sludge, no nothing, just really clean. Unlike your SR that you're looking at the moment. No. Dan just pulled the the sump off his SR, the bottom of it, and in here it's clean now, was just full of like metal.
Okay, I wouldn't say full.
Okay, so it had quite big chunks of metal in it. I don't know if you guys have an opinion on that, but my opinion is that's not a good thing.
You clean it out and now that metal is not in there, so it's fine.
And you can just send it?
Just put it back together and start it.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see if it does start when we put it back together. I'm giving it 50-50 chance on starting that SR. But look, it's off, and here is our crusty valve cover. It's not too bad, but it's got some stuff on it. So we'll pull it all apart, and we're going to 400 grit sand it, and then I'm going to chop these bits off here and smooth it down, and we're going to paint it a nice Wrinkle red, which is gonna, I think it's gonna look cool. Let's go. Degrees per. Alright, our rocker cover is good to go. So pressure washed it, cleaned it, chopped these brackets off along here, and 400 grit sandpaper, just scuffed it up quickly, and then wiped it down again. So now we heat gun it, right? Because this Wrinkle paint really relies on heat being driven into it for it to actually wrinkle, otherwise you'll get an uneven effect. Get heaps of heat into it. So I'm going to heat this up before I spray it, and then heat the paint up again, and you just need to basically pour heat into it, and you'll see it slowly wrinkle, so it doesn't wrinkle straight away. So let's give this frickin' thing a go. You can literally see it wrinkling before our very eyes. Shit's crazy. We don't have a bake oven, so this is a bake oven. That is what you call Kiwi ingenuity right there. Hell yeah! Alright team, here is our finished rocker cover. Looks very cool. So now we're going to go ahead, fit it back up. Also fit our new spark plugs. We'll pull these ones out and see what they look like. And kind of, yeah, get it all back together. But it's definitely going to be vibrant, that's for sure. Also got an AN fitting here as well, just for, that's where the PVC valve was. That's now gone. Instead we'll obviously run an oil catch can. Helps us vent the crankcase pressures because of the boost that builds up. I've actually drilled out this pipe right here that comes off the rocker cover. It's usually quite small, but you can drill it out to be much bigger. And that way we can run an oil catch can that'll come from here, and that'll vent as much crankcase pressure as we can frickin' get out of it. So yeah, but man, this thing looks sick. Yes. Alright, so here's our first spark plug out. As you can see, it's absolutely covered in oil, which means there was oil down our spark plug wells, and that's because these sections right here weren't sealing to our rocker cover, so it was allowing oil to get through. And it's also absolutely basically screwed on the top, so I'm surprised it ran as well as it did. It literally is black, so I'm expecting all of them to look like that, which means our new spark plugs going in, the engine should run way better. Alright, here's our old versus new spark plugs. So the old are smashed, man. Look at how gunky they are. New are awesome. These are, weirdly enough, these have BK 5E in them, which is like a step colder than the BKR 6E, which all of the turbo dudes run in pretty much most turbo cars. So I run them in the E36 M52 B25 turbo motor, and we're going to be running them in this motor. But the big thing is the gap here between the plug, that versus this. I've gapped these down, but they were already gapped down anyway, quite a bit compared to this. So in the video yesterday when I did a pull, you heard like it misfired, or you could hear the spark blow out. That's because of the gap in the plug, and also the fact that the plugs are so freaking crusty. Smaller gap means that the spark has less of a distance, so jump from here to here. We're going to chuck these in, and we're going to put our brand new rocker cover on. Well, not brand new, but painted. We've got all our gasket sealant laid down, so it's all good to go. Let's get it done. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our red, well, Wrinkle red rocker cover is installed. Love to know your thoughts in the comments below. I think it looks freaking sick. Once we get rid of some of these silicone couplers, we actually have the nice welded pipes in there when Woz has a chance. It's going to look awesome. Love the wee AN fitting here. So we've got to run a catch can at some point. Quickly before we take it for a drive, here is the old heat shield that used to be on the stock manifold. So I've just given it a nice coat of silver. I cut it down, smoothed it off nicely. We are going to run this because, as you can see, our exhaust manifold is super close to our intercooler piping, and that's not really what you want, so heat management is definitely going to be key. I've also taken these plates off the bonnet that were literally doing nothing, so they're gone. They'll help with heat dissipation as well. So that literally fits up right here, so we're going to chuck that on quickly now. That looks great. Some nice new gold bolts on there. Boom, we've got some heat management going on. Look at our engine bay, man. This thing has come such a long way from when we first started. That's a very vibrant red as well. Stoked. All right, awesome. Very, very happy with the progress today. Next up, we've got to put our helmet back on so I can take you guys along for a ride with me with the GoPro on. We're going to take this car down the street to the petrol station, chuck some petrol in it, make sure it's running all good because we didn't get to do it yesterday. We have brakes now though. I wind a little bit of fuel pressure into the fuel pressure regulator just to push a little more fuel through the engine so that we're not, you know, getting unsafe with the air fuel ratios while we drive it, because obviously it's not tuned yet. So anyone that's worrying, in the comments, I did that for you. So you're welcome. Alrighty, it's drive time. Let's go. And guess what? I don't actually have to wear my helmet because Dan's coming with us. Hi.
I'm ready.
Let's go. New spark plugs. Should love life.
Boost gauge.
Boost gauge, which isn't wired up with the light yet. Only thing is, on the way to the petrol station, I'll take it easy because A, it's empty, but B, it's probably got 91 in it. We actually don't know what fuel it's got in it, which isn't good because it's got a turbo on it now. If it's got 91, that's going to increase the chances of it pinging. So let's take it easy on the way there, he says, as he probably is going to floor it.
As soon as you get out of here.
Feels good, huh?
What happened to taking it easy?
That was like not even hard. It scrapes more fuel in the car.
So many looks.
It scrapes so much more fuel.
I'm not heavy.
This corner will be good because it's like off it. Oh no, it just goes to the other side. Oh my god, that's the cops.
Go left.
That is the police up there, and we're leaving. Jesus.
Hope that flutter.
Alright, we're back in the car with just me because Dan is too fat and he makes it scrape too much. Feels good. Car feels real good. Needs some proper fuel in it. Beautiful evening. Sun's going down. Driving our fake Evo. What more could you want, man? Brakes work. This is so fun. Look at this thing, man. Loves it. Woo. Trying to drive it nice, but it's really hard. I don't know if the boost gauge is reading wrong, but it's not reading a lot of boost at the moment, so it feels good though. It's surprisingly quiet considering it's literally just a dump off the turbo. Definitely making boost because it's fluttering. Feels good as well. Probably a good thing that we're not making a whole bunch of boost, to be honest. Definitely has a bit of boost cut. Not bad, guys, not bad at all. Well, that was a pretty fun wee drive. Probably shouldn't have pushed it as hard as I did. Everything seems to be working as it should. That was quite a nice long wee drive, gave it a little bit of juice, got it up to temperature and all that stuff. Not one single issue with anything on the engine, which is really nice. One thing I must say is, obviously the engine's not tuned for boost, so it's not going to absolutely rip right now. Also, our intake pipe literally isn't even, like, don't even have the hose clamps on it, so that'll be taking in unmetered air at times, especially under boost and all that stuff. So, but we know the system works, which is fantastic. Now it's just about refining it before we take it for a tune. Tomorrow though is a really exciting day, and that's because we are building the exhaust. We've got it all planned out. We're coming here early, we're staying the whole day until that thing is done, and I am so excited. Here's the crown jewel of the exhaust that my friend Elijah from Springy Performance built for us. If you guys want any fab work done here in Melbourne, Elijah is the absolute man. This thing's so tidy, he whipped it up so quick for us. It's gonna go at the back right here. Woo, son. It's gonna be sick, so very pumped about that. Thank you very much, Elijah. But you guys will get to see that tomorrow, so. The video will be out about the same time tomorrow night, so make sure you mark that in your calendars. Just a bit of a weekend treat for you guys. All in all, a sick day, got heaps done, very happy. Rocker cover looks fantastic, I think. I'm digging the red, really makes it all pop. Got a lot of work to do in the engine bay to kind of bring it all together. Daniel, do you like it?
I love it. Red is the best colour.
It is actually really nice. Fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the series. Come on, get on board.
Hit that notification button.
Ding! And of course, we'll see you guys in tomorrow's video where we're going to have another fantastic time working on the Budget Evo. Peace! This is how you end a hard day of work. Cheers. Cheers to all you guys.